I'll ask you this question. If it gets a success there in that state, they know the rest of America will like it. Guess where? Some of you have told me in person classes, Texas.
Damn. Okay.
Some have said, oh, New York City. Definitely not. New York City is definitely not the representation.
Can I add you as a
Bias was
friend?
the error in FD. Did not respond. Sample size error and the response error. The first one error happened for people to poll from telephones. In 1936, having telephone.
Yeah, just take the queen.
It's a big luxury. So you're again taking polls from rich people, which will not be a representation of the rest of America. So that's how, because of these two errors, they got a 19% wrong. Completely, they got the wrong candidate is going to win the presidency. So now you understand. So in modern Americans usually have landlines. Story says what? So in Carolina, there was a primary election between George W. but they denied it. Let's see what they did. They called he has possibly had an illegitimate child. Opinion. Okay. Opinion. Okay. The next one is whereas even in private frame this issue. The left framed this issue as voters. Their group was so fantastic compared to candidate B. Many of candidate A voters might not go out to vote for candidate A because they think, anyway, my candidate is going to win. A is doing well. Candidate B, okay, let me give you an example, then you will understand. So people, they will start supporting, they measure exactly where they are right now at the polls. Okay, so why do they need it? So when you have the measurement, and then you could see whether after
For 3.
exit polls, write it down.
Sure.
Exit
Why
polls
not?
are done by.
That'd be funny.
It could be media, or by small organizations during exiting of voters. That is when voters come out of the polling booth. Boomerang effect under ION. Alienation happens when people, a particular group of people, feel from reasons why people feel alienated. And one of my doctoral dissertation was on freedom of speech, comparing Canada and the US to a minority group called Sri Lankan Tamils. And I found that Tamil complacency, okay? Write down institutional barrier. Institutional barriers are barriers to vote. This happened, say, 1964. African American, Alabama, trying to go and vote. You know what they will ask them? To pass literacy test. The white voters walking there along with him to go and vote are not asked to do that. Only black voters were asked to do a literacy test. And it's not an easy test. It's a very, very hard test to make sure the people who take it don't pass, so that they could be marginalized from voting.
It's game. Yes.
Taking away their
Yes.
political power. So they institutional barrier. A good example is of a literacy test, which was later got rid of through
Okay. The thing with the literacy tests, they were racist, right? That's just a given. Because schooling at the time for
or someone video. Washington was president. Thomas Jefferson